to you live from the crib. It's 3 months after the day I went into the emergency room again. And 1 month after that, before I woke up with an old new surgery scar, cut, sewn up, healed, stitches removed, everything. Then I woke up. And I almost died again. But for me to tell it, especially because I don't remember the exact details, it's like I'll be exaggerating or I'm lying. So I let my little cousin tell it. Give you a good example.
So I just want to do a quick video talking about my cousin Indian, or Yasmin as y'all may know her. When she was in the hospital, they had her on a lot of drugs, so she wasn't really responsive physically, but mentally I can tell she was kind of there, because we would say things to her. When she saw me, she was smiling. When the nurses would come in to, like, you know, clean her up and things like that, and she didn't want them to touch her, she would shake her head like no, she didn't want to be touched. When we would tell her that we were leaving, she would get really, really sad. You could see it in her face. So it's like she was there, but she wasn't there, because they had her so doped up on all them drugs and painkillers and stuff. But in a nutshell, they basically said that she didn't have that much longer to live, and she was deteriorating, and they expect that she was gonna die, and she can't breathe on her own, she can't come off the machine, and just talking about all types of stuff about taking her off the machine. But she made a full recovery. I mean, obviously she's breathing on her own, she's walking. So what they said wasn't really true. And there you have it. Nubs up.
I remember Indian calling me, telling me she was going into surgery, and I was the only person she told at the time. She didn't want anybody else to know, so I didn't share the information with anyone else. So she went into surgery. I called her about 4 hours later in the evening. The doctor said the surgery went fine, everything went good. So that was that. And I spoke to her about 2 days later after that, and you know, she was doing okay. And after that, I spoke to her. It was probably a week after I called, and the nurse said she can't talk to me, and she don't know when she would be able to talk. So at that moment, that's when I knew something was wrong. She was on a vent, and she was unable to breathe on her own, and they don't know when she would be taken off the vent. So it was then that I decided to make the trip down to the hospital. When I got there, I didn't know what to expect. I had butterflies. I was scared. And they said she would be unresponsive. She won't be able to talk back to you, but she can hear you. Upon entering the room, when she saw me, she smiled at me, and she reached her arms out to hug me. And I just burst into tears seeing her in that condition, because I've never seen her like that before. The doctor said that she didn't have very long to live. She only had about a month. She had about a month to live. And they tried to take her off the vent about twice, and she couldn't breathe on her own. She was gasping for air. So they said she will probably have to live on the vent for the rest of her life. But I knew something that deep down inside me knew that she will pull through this, you know, because she always does. I knew she would pull through, because it was unreal to me. And she made a huge turnaround. She was walking on her own again, breathing on her own, talking. She was just full of life. She made a 360 turnaround. So God is good. Prayer does work.
Despite beliefs. Not only that, they called mom and asked if they wanted her to take me off of the ventilator so I could just die. And then I woke up 2 weeks later. Not 2 months, 2 weeks. You've been following me on my story. You know I lost my arm and my dog attacked me in December 2016. 6 months in the hospital, dealing with a lot of extra bullshit. Then I had to come out here in the world and live like this on my own. I was determined to stay out of a nursing home. People who said they cared were determined to have me in a nursing home. So I was on my own, and I stayed on my own until I got knocked again. January of 2019, I was in the hospital for a whole month. I don't even know what was going on for that month. I was in the hospital for almost 3 months. I just got home and I had to sign myself out once I knew I was better. But I'm coming from a lot. I couldn't breathe. I had stomach issues, all kind of stuff going on. But God is great. I was expected to die. I gave the grimace of diagnosis, and I give thanks that I don't remember. Remember I told you about the 95% of your brain that you don't use it, that they say that you don't use. You use it. Because see, I was told I was aware during the time that I don't remember anything. But that was a hard time. So my brain has kindly and politely blocked it. Especially with whatever drugs that they had me on during that time. So I'm grateful for that because I don't live with the fears that they have for me. And I don't live with the fears that they have for me. And nobody can tell me how to live my life. I'm stronger than they expected. I'm alive. I'm on my own. Once again, I live by myself. I'm maintaining. It's been 2 weeks since I've been out the rehab center. And when I left the rehab center, they said they were punishing me, so they wasn't giving me any of my prescriptions. Okay. I don't need it. I'm good. KNUBZ up. And shout out and rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle. And to my condolences to everybody who's close to the situation. But to his mother, I also want to send my condolences and I want to say thank you. Because the powerful statement that you made this morning sums up my life, sums up the way I've been living and what I try to get people to understand with the KNUBZ Up movement. So, God bless. And KNUBZ Up. So, listen to these words of wisdom, people. And KNUBZ Up.
Don't fear. When you live your life and you have God on your side, when God dwells inside of you, there is no fear. Everything is in perfect order. Everything is in the divine, perfect order of our Creator.
Fiyak Saudat, stand out, well hot, dress back, she no regular girl, no regular, my girl, no regular girl.